have a major update from Everton. We've been telling you today, haven't we, about the three men in contention to replace Rafa Benitez on a full-term basis. Kaveh Solokul is with me now, and you can talk us through this. The three men, of course, were Duncan Ferguson, who's in interim charge, Victor Pereira and Frank Lampard. Who do you feel is in the front?
Well, look, at the moment, we can report that the interview process is now over. And Frank Lampard is the leading candidate to be the next Everton manager. And we're expecting an announcement soon. I'm not sure if it will be this evening. I think it's much more likely that it's going to be tomorrow. But it looks like Frank Lampard is set to be the Everton manager. Now, there have been some other reports emerging in the past few minutes suggesting that Frank Lampard has actually been offered the job. And he's deciding whether he wants to accept the job. We are not in a position to confirm those reports. We're not being told that he has been offered the job. What we're being told is that he now is the leading candidate. So it looks like more than likely that he will be the next manager, but I can't report at the moment that he's definitively been offered the job. Although there are excellent reporters like Sam Wallace at The Telegraph who are reporting this evening that he actually has been offered the job. So what we can say is interview process over. Leading candidate, the one who impressed most, was Frank Lampard, and an announcement is due soon.
Now, we understood a few days ago that Farhad Moshiri, the owner, was interested mostly in Victor Pereira, but fans, Everton fans, didn't seem to like that idea. Now Frank Lampard has come forward as the front runner. So talk to the fans now, Kaveh. What can they be excited about if Frank Lampard is the man that's chosen?
When Frank Lampard was at Chelsea, I actually covered Chelsea. So I spent a lot of time interviewing him, speaking to him before and after games and watching all their matches. And you have to say, if you speak to Chelsea supporters now, they would say that he did an absolutely brilliant job as Chelsea manager in very, very difficult circumstances. And he built the foundations for the success that Thomas Tuchel is achieving with the same squad of players, but obviously with additions that he's made, because Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea spent a lot of money in the summer buying new players. But basically Frank Lampard is relatively inexperienced when it comes to managing. He's only had two jobs, one at Derby County, one at Chelsea. At Derby County, he came very, very close to winning promotion to the Premier League. At Chelsea, he almost had to operate with one hand tied behind his back because they were banned by FIFA from signing players. So he couldn't sign players. And on top of that, Chelsea also lost their best player, Eden Hazard, when he took the job. So what he did is he invested in Chelsea's youth academy, which produces brilliant players. And he gave a real chance to players like Mason Mount and Reece James. And it was really thanks to Frank Lampard that they have now gone on to establish themselves as England internationals and as major players for Chelsea. So Frank Lampard definitely has all the potential to be a great manager of the future, because even just judging by his playing record, exceptional playing record, both for Chelsea and also for England. And he's also got that sort of charisma. You know, people talk about, you know, when Steven Gerrard becomes manager of Aston Villa, straight away the players respond to that because of the aura he has around him, because of what he achieved as a player as well. And Frank Lampard certainly has that. So I would think that if he does accept the job, if he does become the next Everton manager, it will be very exciting. But let's not underestimate, he would have a massive job on his hands. Exactly,
Kaveh. They've let go of another manager. Director of football has gone. They're undergoing a whole strategic review of their footballing criteria and policy. This is a massive job for Lampard.
It is a massive job as well, and he would have gone from the relative sort of stability of Chelsea, where Chelsea are owned by Roman Abramovich on a day-to-day basis. They're run by Marina Granovskaya, so that is a very sort of settled structure. And he would be going into a situation at Everton where there are different sort of factions in charge of the club. The fans are very, very unhappy. So he does have a major job on his hands. But of course, the first challenge he's got is making sure that Everton remain in the Premier League. Because speaking to Everton supporters, they are saying, look, the way this season is going, there's a real danger that it could end in relegation. And I think the other problem Frank Lampard has got is, if he does become the Everton manager, is the transfer window is about to close. It closes on Monday. He's hardly got any time at all to sign any players. Everton need reinforcements, especially in midfield. Is he going to have any time, or has he been told that players will be coming in the next 72 hours? So make no mistake, a massive job for Frank Lampard if, as it looks likely, he does become the next Everton manager.